Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kat and I write children's fiction. Today I just wanted to talk you through my experience doing NaNoWriMo for the first time so far, and I don't really have a script for this, so I'm just gonna ramble on and tell you what I think. Today is November 10, which means we're 1/3 of the way through for NaNoWriMo, and so far I've just been loving the experience. As you might know, if you watched my other videos, my goal for NaNoWriMo was basically just to get back into the habit of writing every day, because I recently started to work a new full-time job that has been very demanding and is making me very tired, so I kind of just wanted to get back into this daily routine and not to stress myself out too much about hitting a 50k word count. And generally, since I write kid lit, my word count goals are supposed to be much lower than 50k. My daily word count goal was 700 words, which is, like I said, nowhere near the 50k when it adds up. I started out with around 1,400 words because I had already started this, my work in progress, before NaNoWriMo. And on the first day I wrote 2,430 words, which is extremely good because I actually went to a concert that day. I had my lunch break and then I had some time to write before a concert, and I think I got really far. On the second day, I wrote 1,300 words, day 3, 925, and then day 4, I wrote around 2,200. On day 5 to 7, you can kind of see my word counts going down. I wrote around 400 to 500 words every day. And then on Friday, I actually decided to just take a break and take it easy because I was so tired from just work and my week, and this was a very good thing to do because the next day, which was yesterday, I wrote 4,500 words. Generally, I'm just so excited to be part of this community because, I don't know, it's just so cool. There's just so much excitement in the air, and people on Twitter are so active. I love that people are really so kind to each other, trying to keep up each other's spirit, trying to encourage each other even if they don't hit their word count goals, and just reminding each other that even if we don't hit that exact number, we're still doing a great job. Because at the end of the day, I think this is what NaNoWriMo is about, and what it should be is that it's just a community of people who love to write, who come together to support each other and to create. And this is exactly what happened with me. So as you might know, I'm a pantser, and I had like a very rough, I wouldn't even call it an outline. I had a vague idea of where I wanted my story to go, but I had absolutely no idea what came in the middle. So what I did is just I forced myself to write even if I had no idea, and I definitely know that I will have to delete many words and paragraphs from the final manuscript because I just kind of rambled and repeated things over and over, but it completely doesn't matter because this is a first draft and I'm giving myself permission to ramble, to write some crap if it gets me somewhere. And it actually did. And so this really makes me extremely happy. A technique that I have whenever I don't know what to write, I spend some time on it. I ramble, and if I come up with something, great. And if not, I just basically write placeholders for myself. So instead of for example, trying to find a transition. If I can't come up with one, I will just write a placeholder that says transition needed, and I just move on to the next chapter. And this has actually allowed me to work that much faster. Another technique that I do to kind of move faster through the first draft is that since I'm not a plotter, I don't have an outline, but instead I have two documents. So one will be my rough first draft where everything goes in a linear fashion, and then another one is a document just for random ideas. So it can be anything. It can be if, you know, I think I have a sentence that sounds really cool, I drop it there. If I do some research and I find, for example, a cool mythical creature or something from basically old legends that I kind of want to work into my story, I just drop it in there. Or if I remember a small detail that has to be mentioned in the conclusion of the story, I also just drop it in there. I also, before I started NaNoWriMo, made a video on some strategies that I planned to implement to write more efficiently. So I'm going to link that up here and also down below in the description box. And I'm actually proud to say that I did most of those things. Another thing that I did that I'm pretty glad I did is I actually created myself a spreadsheet for little word count, and I prefer that over the actual NaNoWriMo website because I somehow can't figure out when I forget to add a word count one day, how to kind of go back and add it in. I'm very glad that I created my own spreadsheet with my own little word tracker, and this way I can just keep track of my word count. So I think this is actually one thing that I'm going to implement for my writing journey outside of NaNoWriMo. I'm just gonna keep on tracking my word count. One thing that also helped me a lot is that I just used my lunch break to write. So I think this is a really good technique for me, and I'm definitely gonna continue to do that, if not every single day, at least a few times a week. Even if I only get a few hundred words done each lunch break, it's still more than I have been writing the last few weeks and months. So I highly recommend it. Being antisocial helps you be a writer. Who would have thought? This was my update for today. If you want to follow my writing journey and my NaNoWriMo project more closely, then feel free to follow me on Twitter because I update my word counts there every single day. I started to tweet much more, and it's just such a fun community. I mean, honestly, I can say I honestly think that the writing community on Twitter is just the best. Everyone is so supportive and sweet, and I really like it. So I will see you there, hopefully, and hopefully I will also see you in my next video. Bye!